Woo, what's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. So listen, I know this isn't a riding with scab, but it sure does look like one. I get to vent. Vent. And I have a couple people I should be pissed off at. One is that snot rag puss of a person, and I use that word lightly, person, who has been flagging Young Shredder, right? Some bully snowflake protester, most likely, is out there flagging Young Shredder's videos. And why? Some boy and his dad, and the dad is teaching the kid how to survive using knives. He's teaching him how to bushcraft and hunt and fish and do all the things that real red-blooded Americans like to do. All right, but some people, oh no, you can't stand that. Oh, you're endangering your child. Well, let me tell you something. Before I was a combat vet, before I played football, volleyball, before I was a fighter, before I was an avid outdoorsman, camper, hiker, before I was a mountain climber, before I was a jumper, before I skydove, and before I was a rock climber. Skydove is a new word, by the way. Before everything I did, before everything in my life that built up the ladder to what creates the ladder, I was a Boy Scout when I was a kid. You know what they taught me in the Boy Scouts? How to use a knife, how to hunt and fish, and do all those same things Young Shredder's learning from his very own father. He's learning, not just learning, but supervised learning. And not even just his father. His father is in the video with him, which means he's not behind the camera. Someone else is. Who is that someone else? Well, it's got to be his mother. Imagine that. It's a whole family ordeal. But somebody is punking this kid and flagging his videos. And there's only a certain amount of times you can be flagged before they suspend your channel, right? They take you down. But it's one thing for this, measly-eyed snot rocket pissant to be, Xing out on a kid's channel like that. I mean, but it's another thing for the people who run these channels, as in like the owners, YouTube. It's another thing for them to say, okay, well, let's see, somebody is putting a claim against this channel and saying that, flagging it. Oh, this is bad. Instead of saying, well, let me look to see what's so bad and determining there's nothing bad. These people do nothing wrong. They don't swear, right? They don't do anything dangerous. They're not making political talking points. They're not doing any of the things that a person can be flagged for, because they're not abusing or violating the rules and restrictions of YouTube, right? They aren't violating a thing. And it's really simple for YouTube to get a flag on a video and then say, well, let me see what's going on here. And then they can determine themselves that this is a boy with his dad in an extremely safe environment, learning how to be a boy, right? Learning how to go from boyhood to eventual manhood, right? He's teaching him all the things you want to know and learn and be. He's teaching them everything every kid wishes their dad would do with them. All right? How many kids don't have a dad? Raise your hands. How many kids have a dad, but the dad was too drunk to do anything with? Raise your hands. How many kids have a dad, but the dad was just too damn lazy? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Because you are the people who wish that Papa John over at the Shredder Knife channel, Papa John was your dad when you were growing up. You wish your dad took as much time and care into your growth, into your livelihood, into what you are yet to become. You wish your dad was like that. My father took me out hiking. We used to go up the river and we used to build sloughs, and he taught me all that kind of stuff. All kinds of stuff in the outdoors. People wish they had my dad. My friends used to come with me. My friends used to come because their dads didn't do that stuff. My friends used to come and make sure that every time we went on a camping trip, which was every year, Every year, even those Strawberry Park years, we're at the campgrounds, right? My friends wanted to be there. And I was lucky because my dad, who was a lot like Papa John, allowed me to bring my friends because he could teach them too. Man. And guess what? Nobody ever struck a dislike or flagged my dad for being a proper dad, right? Nobody. Not one. You know, we talk about our greatest generation. The greatest generation, World War II, right? Greatest generation, where every single boy carried a pocket knife to school. They were carving their names in on their desks, right? Where every single boy learned how to shoot a gun by the age of 10, right? Where they used to have shooting teams in their schools where the kids would bring their rifles and shotguns to school so they can shoot, and there was never a school shooting. No. Because they were taught at an early age how to respect it, how to use it, how to be one with it, right? These are the kind of things that a guy like, Papa John, teaches young, Shredder. Yeah, imagine that. He's teaching them how to be more like the greatest generation we've ever had, right? Our greatest generation. He's teaching them to think like that, to act like that. And I'm talking like a new and improved thinking and acting like that, because we still had some different thoughts back then that differ from today. You know what I mean? We are a little bit more accepting of different people than we were back then. And that was just with the times, right? You can't blame the people, you got to blame the times. And so with all that, this guy is doing every single thing you would hope to see a father be doing. I mean, this is what you wish you had. This is what you wish the kid next door has. This is what you wish the kids your kids are going to school with has. Because that way you don't have to teach them, right? But no, some people, no, that's dangerous. He shouldn't be doing that. No, kids shouldn't be doing that. So I guess you should just flag the Boy Scouts of America. There should be no more Girl Scouts. Man, those cookie cutters might be pretty sharp on the edges there. That's dangerous. You don't want to teach a little girl how to sew because she could stab herself with a needle, and that would just be the end of all, right? Bullshit! Let me tell you guys something. When you flag the Shredder, right? And I know it's not you guys per se, because the people who I have met on this channel have just been freaking nominal. Everybody's just been great. You guys have been amazing, right? When we asked you, hey, the Shredder needs this many to get to this many, let's help him get over that hump, you guys ran to it, you jumped on it, gave them subs, and you were there. And that's how I know that you people aren't those people. But I got to get to those people somehow. So maybe some of you people might have access to those people. I don't know. I'm just hoping it reaches some ears, man. But what you're doing is you're the same kind of people when you say, oh, a boy shouldn't be learning how to play with a knife because that's dangerous and he could end up being a mass murderer one day because you taught him how to feather stick. So here's the deal. What you're doing this to this kid by flagging him. You're exactly the other thing. I'm pretty sure that every single one of those kind of people, like, bullies. Oh, bullies. This guy's a bully. Oh, bully, bullshit. So you're being that bully that you fight against. You're being that person that you say the world does not need any more of. This is what you are. This is who you are, right? You're trash. You're human trash. Point blank. You are garbage. You are filth. You're disgusting, right? So here's the thing is, Shredder's this big, right? Papa John is busy taking care of the guy who's this big. So I got a proposal for you guys who are flagging this Shredder. I have a proposal for anybody who's doing that kind of thing, who's slamming his channel and trying to get him canceled. I have a very simple thing. I'm a big dude. And I went 14-0 I went 14 hours a club fighter, man. I got it done. And I'll tell you, I haven't lost a damn step. Not a damn step. So if you really, really want to bully someone, don't go keyboard warrior and start, I'm gonna flag. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You don't have to do that. Here's my proposal to you. Come to my house. I'll take you out back in the yard. I'll give you an iced tea first. I'll give you something to sip on right before you lose all ability to taste after I smash your frickin' face in, right? Once I rip your jaw off of your head, right? And then feed it to your own ass. You want to have that last something good right before that happens. But that's my proposal to you. Instead of flagging the kid or going around flagging other people like the sissy bitch you are, come to my house. Take a beating like a real man. I will be happy to oblige you. Right? And most likely you won't. You won't, because you're smarter than we think you are. So you are never ever going to take me up on that. But here's the other thing. If these sitchy bitch ass mothers continue to do this with the shredder and find a way to get the kid canceled, right? To get his page removed, instead of getting mad, instead of getting pissed off like I would normally just love to do, and instead of just absolutely tearing someone apart, which I think is incredibly fun, then what I think can happen is, hold on a second, hold on. So flustered, I don't even know where I'm going. So here's what's going to happen. If these people continue to do what they're doing, and if Shredder loses his channel, Shredder's not done. Shredder is not done. Young Shredder, young Zeke, it's not over. It's just going to be a new beginning. And I guarantee you, and I promise you, if they take his channel down, we are going to come together as a knife community, as a people, as human beings. And we are going to make his channel better than any channel out there. We're going to make it bigger, stronger, healthier. Just everything the kid deserves. That's what we're going to do. So let the flakes go ahead and do what they want to do. Let them think they're going to win, this little tiny fight. No. That's a thing. You could land the first punch. That's fine. But shoot, eventually somebody else punches back, and that's when you lose the war. That's when the battle, lose the war, in a nutshell right there. So any way it goes, any way it happens, I can promise you this, Shredder, my man, who I freaking love, to your whole family, who I freaking love, and as Scab so eloquently pointed out, the dog who shits everywhere, who I absolutely love. Here's the deal. No worries, because you don't have Scab on your back, or at your back. You don't have me at your back. You have us. You have us, man. Us. And I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something real quick. All right, let me flip you around. Hold on. You see that? You see that right there? That's the whole world. You got the whole world at your back, except those people kind of whack. All right, so literally, this is a shout out to my man, the Shredder. Little man. Let them, Papa John, fast forward through all the bad language. Let them hear this part. Little man, if anything happens to your channel, we will rebuild it. We will rebuild it, all of us. On your talent and our punch. We will rebuild your channel, I guarantee it. And I can promise you this, there's going to be a whole lot of comments down there that are saying the same thing. If the Shredder loses his channel, I will sub again. There's going to be, I'll tell you right now, Stephen Klaus. Woo, boy, that guy, bam, he loves everybody, man. He's the man. He will jump on your channel, whatever it is, wherever it is, whenever it is, anything. The guy will support you. We will all support you. I love you guys. And if the person who is flagging happens to listen to this message, hear me well. you suck. I am Donnie B all day. Till next video.